This is Shockwave News Live. You can find me online at shockwavenews.net and right here on Spreaker. That's Spreaker.com/Shockwave News. And of course on Twitter, Twitter.com/Shockwave News 1. And last but not least, right here at my home here on Anchor. That's Anchor.fm. That's Anchor.fm/Shockwave News. Like, share, subscribe if you like this podcast. Okay, folks, let's get right into it. Today's news article is from naturalnews.com. That's naturalnews.com. And the headlines are Project Veritas exposes Ilhan Omar as a criminal ballot harvester trying to steal election. Okay, let's get into that and break it down for you. Okay, the article starts out, another installment of Project Veritas Truth Series has been released. This one exposing Ilhan Omar, the Democrat from Minnesota, as a ballot harvesting crook. Undercover footage captures illustrations by James O'Keefe. James O'Keefe, as you folks know, he runs Project Veritas. He's a very good reporter, very good undercover reporter, and people usually, when they get caught by Project Veritas, they get caught with their hands in the cookie jar. There's nothing you can do. You can't really, a lot of James's work over the years is very, very good, and when they're caught by Project Veritas, you know, the lights are out, the game's over. So, okay, enough said here. Let me get back to the article. Undercover footage captured by James O'Keefe shows political allies and associates of Ilhan Omar apparently admitting that they use ballot harvesting to steal elections. Money is king in everything. One ballot harvester captured on tape boasted, further admitting that he is helping to illegally harvest hundreds of 2020 absentee ballots. Numbers do not lie. These are all absentee ballots. My car is full. Then it goes on to say, Ali Icy Gainey, if I'm not butchering the name too bad, Omar's campaign manager, is now released as one of the key players in Omar ballot harvesting scheme. As a man in Lebanon, a man named Liban Mohammed, who was also caught harvesting ballots to help his brother win a Ward 6 city council race in Minneapolis on August 11th. Special election, the same day the primary was held for Omar's Minnesota 5th congressional seat. All these Jamal Olson and Mohammed boasted about a carload of harvested ballots he obtained. We got 300 today, and for Jamal Osman only. Amazingly, Mohammed boasted on a video series on Snapchat that he publicly posted on July 1st and July 2nd. So, excuse me. Ilhan Omar, folks, for those people, is a radical Muslim. And somebody will say, well, there you go, Shockwave News, you're starting it, you're starting to racist crap. No, I'm not. Muslims, if you read the Quran, and the Quran plainly states, and Muslims know this if they're at all a bit honest with themselves and other people, they know that that's their job to deceive the infidel. The infidel is the non-believer of Muhammad, the non-believer of Allah, okay? Muhammad is the prophet, Allah is the God that the Muslims worship, okay? They know that is their job to go around the world and to get in positions of power, that's their goal, and destroy America and destroy these countries from the inside out. And then just like Somalia and countries all over the world and Haiti and on and on and on, Then they declare them countries shitholes and they want to move on to another country, and then they do the same thing. They destroy it, they take over, they destroy it. The way they govern, they destroy it with their religious, crazy, mixed up insanity, their so-called religion of Islam. Well, Ilhan Omar has been in the news in the past because Ilhan Omar has had it was illegally how she came over here. She married her brother to come over here, brought her brother over here, then decided to get another divorce, and then what had happened was she was already divorced and then screwing around with a married man, and then he decided to marry her. Ilhan Omar is nothing but a scam, okay? That's what you have to understand. Ilhan Omar is nothing but a scam. She's nothing but a scammer. She's nothing but a liar. She's nothing but a fake. And the reason Ilhan Omar, they won't charge her in this balloting harvesting that's going on in Minneapolis, Minnesota, is I'm just going to say it, I'm going to spit it out. This isn't politically correct. If you're listening to this podcast and you want politically correct, then go somewhere else. I'm just going to tell you that right up front. The reason why Ilhan Omar, they won't bring her to justice even in Congress, is because she's friggin' Muslim, okay? She's Muslim. And they'll say you're racist, biggest homophobe, you're anti-this, anti-that, anti-Muslim, blah, 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 blah. And they stir up so much bullshit, folks, that it becomes overwhelming. And so therefore to prosecute somebody, you have all this bad negative press because the left controls the press in this country. We've seen that in yesterday's 2020 debate, Trump and Biden. We've seen that. That was a shit show, okay? Ilhan Omar knows that she has the press in their pocket. You know, same thing with the idiot up in New York, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. It's the same damn thing. She's not a Muslim, but she can say, I'm Hispanic, I represent the minority, on and on and on and on and on. All this fictitious bullshit when in fact you're supposed to be representing the people of your own county, the people of your own state, the people that duly elected you. As a matter of fact, these people don't even do that. All they do is scam and steal as soon as they get into Congress. And like I said, Omar, I have choice words for this. I cannot stand this lady. Okay, back to the article. Omar will do anything she can to get elected. That is true. Jamal is quoted as saying, adding that Omar has hundreds of people on the streets doing that. Jamal further stated that scam is probably already too big to stop, adding maybe it's too late. There's a lot of people invested in this, you know, and they don't care about how they did it. We win. That's it, Jamal added. You see what I'm saying? So Jamal, the campaign manager of Ilhan Omar, is even saying, if we have to cheat, if we have to steal, we have to lie, we have to do anything we can to win. And this is what you have to understand. This goes right along with the Muslim philosophy, fits in like a hand to a glove, okay? And again, they don't care. They don't have ethics. People like that are a disgrace and need to be tossed right out of Congress. But again, they won't do it because we want to be politically correct. We have to be politically correct. We have to kiss the left wing of the party, the radical, crazy kooks, the fringe kooks of the radical left. And Ilhan Omar, along with Cortez and Rashad Tlaib, and all these other crazy-ass left-wing nuts and assholes, they have to kiss their ass. So will justice ever be served? Probably not. Will low-hanging fruit, will they get certain people below them? Yeah, they probably will. They get some maybe bum off the street, blame it on him, he has a fake ballot, and send him to jail and say they did justice. It's just a big bunch of bullshit. This narrative that we actually have a real working government is bullshit, folks, 110%. And this has to do with Omar. This has to do with all of the political establishment and government. There are very few people, I could maybe name maybe a dozen or 2 dozen in Congress, out of all the hundreds of people and assistants and everybody in Congress, and including the Trump's White House, that actually give a shit about the country. Very few people actually give a shit about this fucking country besides myself and a few good patriots out there. They don't give a shit. It's all just a game to them. Ilhan Omar came here as nothing, rose up to the ranks, got educated a little bit how to scam. She was already a scammer from day one, typical Muslim scammer. She scammed her way up through the ranks in the state of Minnesota. Probably didn't even win legally. How she got I think it's in the 5th seat, I believe, of Minnesota. How she even won there is a joke. But again, large Muslim population. You tell the Muslims anything you want to hear, Muslims vote you in. There you go, in that block. That's how that works. It's not that everybody in the state would elect a nut like that. It's how the game is played. If you play the game very wisely and very smart, you can win in congressional districts that may be stacked against you. As long as you turn the code and turn the odds, it's very possible to win. So let's go on and finish the article here. The way it looks is that Omar operatives request ballots in order to fill them out for voters. They then submit the fraudulent ballots, which are tailored as actual legitimate votes. Do you hear that, folks? Do you hear that? They fill out the ballots, fill them out, and submit them as actual legitimate votes. They come to us, Jamal indicated. They came to our homes, they said, this year. You will vote for them. You will vote for Ilhan Omar. They said yes. We will make the absentee ballots. We will fill out the forms for you. And when you get them back, we will again fill them out and send it. So that's totally illegal. You cannot have somebody voting for somebody on behalf. That's the biggest scam of the century. She should be locked up for 20 years. But of course, this fucked up system, justice system that we have, just prosecutes, picks and chooses its justice. There is no rightful justice in this country. And I'm not saying that as left. I'm not saying that as right. I'm saying that as an independent person observing what bullshit goes on in this country for the justice system. The way it works is, as Omar said, the Omar operatives request the ballots in order to fill them out for voters. I mean, that ought to tell you something right there. The Hennepin, I believe I'm saying that correctly, Hennepin County attorney, Jeff Wolchowski, I believe I'm pronouncing his name correctly, the attorney, Jeff Wolchowski, recently told Project Veritas that what Jamal has done is illegal and that the county will be investigating. Well, we know how that's going to go, folks. I'm going to tell you exactly how it's going to go. Minnesota now is a Democrat-controlled state. They used to be neutral for the most part. They used to be a purple state, so they could go either way. They're all blue now. So what happens is, because you have a Democrat investigating a Democrat, I can tell you where that's going to go. That's going to go right in the fucking trash. Nobody is going to investigate this woman. Nobody's going to investigate her. Nobody's going to investigate her campaign manager, Jamal. Nobody's going to investigate Ilhan Omar. It ain't going to go shit. I like how all these people are constantly saying, oh, well, this person's going to do this and this person's going to get it. Wait till this person, wait till that person. You're full of shit. Nothing's going to happen. It's just the appearance for you dumb people out there that something's going to happen, especially with this case, or with AOC, Rashida Tlaib over in Detroit. She's got a lot of problems too. That's my own home state of Michigan. She'll never be prosecuted, again, because she's got a big name, and again, being a Muslim also helps. When you're a minority, when you're a Muslim, you're going to start whining like she's doing the same thing, just like Ilhan Omar, always a chronic whiner. She needs a diaper. Why? Because both them women are full of shit. I can tell you that right now. They need a diaper. They whine about everything, equal rights, equal this, equal that. We hate Jews, we hate this, we hate that. It's like, go back to your fucking country. Don't even stay here. We don't want you here anyway. Go home. Go home where you belong. You got so much shit, you come over to this country, it's not even funny. And then you'll yell and scream at how bad it is here in America. Get the fuck out of this country. You're a worthless piece of crap, you know. And you have to to call it out what it is, and James O'Keefe has called it out. And now these are crooks, he says. He says have turned the sacred ballot box into a commodity trading desk. We are showing that Americans what is really going on with the great cities, but it's not just him saying it. We have operators on tape saying it themselves. And what the problem is that nothing will get done. When you have Democrats versus Democrats, Democrats aren't going to prosecute their own because it makes their own party look bad. Anybody should have this common sense and critical thinking skills to be able to figure that out, folks. You got to figure this out. They're not going to prosecute Omar. They're not going to prosecute that Jamal or campaign manager. They're not going to prosecute Rashida Tlaib in Detroit, Michigan, for these crimes and these fraudulent ballots, and in Rashida Tlaib's case, declaring income. She's declaring she had income and different things like that, and using and being fraudulent as to the money she's making and not claiming she's making enough money and borrowing money illegally and all this other bullshit. These people are just no damn good, and this is just the start of it. Will anything ever happen? I doubt it. Don't hold your breath. If you like this podcast, like, share, subscribe. This is shockwavenews.com. You can find me online at anchor.com/Shockwave News and Spreaker.com/Shockwave News. Like, share, subscribe. Take care, folks. Stay safe. And most important, God bless. See ya.